Hello, I've been having some internet challenges, so thank you for being here with me. I am on my way home. We're back in New Jersey. We're excited to be here, and we're excited to be home because we have been traveling all over the place lately, and with that, we've been really experiencing so many amazing things. Hi, Havila. We miss you already. I get so excited to see you. So I was thinking, what's today's topic going to be about? Because every day we've been picking a different topic. And hi, Carolina. And we actually have had the pleasure of having our friends with us to be part of it, like Havila and Shashan and other people, and Yardley and other people joining us too. And what ended up happening is I said, well, today we're back in New Jersey. I asked Handsome what we'll be talking about. I asked him to join me as this conversation. I miss you too already, Havila. That's so funny. And what I came up with is, what's been going on with me? And I found it's not just me, it's so many other people. I wanted to think about, what is your purpose? Yes, it's a big question. It's not a small question. It's a big question. What's your purpose? And the reason this topic came up is because I've been spending a lot of time reevaluating my life over the last couple of years, if you've been with me, and looking at what's important to me and doing what's important to me, not what's important to everybody else. And a lot of times I realized that I've lived my life for others where I would do things I didn't necessarily want to do, but if I felt it made somebody else happy, I'd show up, I would do it, but at the end of the day, it didn't bring me joy. And I wanted to start finding things that would bring me joy. And in doing that, I started asking myself better questions. So if you were to think about some of the questions you ask yourself, like, do you ask yourself what's wrong with this, or why am I doing this, or do you ask yourself what's right with this, or do you ask yourself, does this bring me joy, or how can I be even happier, or what is it I really want to do? And it goes back to a question, honestly, that was asked of me directly from one of my mentors when he had said to me, hi Scott, when I was in a position 25 years ago of not being really happy and was hurting myself emotionally and physically using food, and the question came to me was, what's your purpose? And at the time I was like, what do you mean, what's my purpose? I don't have a purpose. And he goes like, exactly. And he went into a 3-hour dissertation and a training, and there were only 12 of us in the room, and that person was my mentor, Tony Robbins, and we were volunteering for one of his organizations for charity for feeding the hungry, and he ended up going into this unbelievably long training for 3 hours and answering the questions of why it was so important to understand your purpose. And for me, I didn't realize what I was doing or why I was doing things, but I know now, looking back, and hindsight is 20/20, right? Looking back, I realized that a lot of the things I was doing and why I was doing things was to please others. I lived in a coulda, shoulda, woulda world where it was like, I should have done this for this one wasn't happy because I didn't do that, and I was trying to please so many masters, I pleased no one, including myself. And I realized that I need to learn how to live on purpose. And living on purpose is finding out what would bring you joy and what would bring you happiness and give you peace. And peace meaning peace of mind, that, at the end of the day, you feel good about what you're doing. And what's been really great is that over the last couple years, more than a couple years, I'd say over the last 10 years, my whole life has shifted in every area of what brings me joy and what makes me happy. And, when I look in my masters today, as my number one master is God, I choose to call him God, whatever you call yours, and then comes taking care of me, and then taking care of my Handsome and my family in that order. And I really mean that, because I found if I try to please everyone, I please no one, and I have to figure out what that is. So we start looking at what it's like to live on purpose, and Handsome and I were having a conversation. And Handsome, what's living on purpose for you?
Well, basically I'm here to help continue sharing the passion I have within me with the friends and family and other people that I bump into around me, and at the same time make you happy, honey.
Well, I like the make me happy, Handsome, but you have so much passion all the time, which is really cool, right?
Yep.
So I like that too. And I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff for Facebook, so I'm making all kinds of funny things as you're talking, so I just want you to know it's not you. Hi, Aaron. I haven't seen you for a while. I miss your show. I have to revisit. I've been traveling so much. I've been missing a lot of. If you don't know Aaron Sanchez, you need to check him out. He's amazing. I had the privilege of being on his show a couple of times, which was very cool. I was just with ABC, we were just with, what was it, Channel 6 in New Orleans, which was cool. Was with their anchor there, with Havila and so forth. But, so we're talking about living on purpose and what that looks like. And living on purpose today is about making decisions that actually are important for me or important for you, and how do you do that? And I think the ways we had to do it is we have to ask ourselves a better question, is like, what's life about? Like, what is it you truly want? And at the end of the day, if you were to be looking at your life, are you doing things for yourself? Are you doing it for others? Is it going to be something you're going to be proud of? Is it something that you want more of? Is it something that you're dying to do something and you're just waiting for that day to do it, and you haven't made a decision to pull the trigger and go do what you want to do? So about 8 years ago, is it 8 years ago already?
Something like that.
8 or 9 years ago, I had this epiphany. I woke up one morning and I said to Yardley, for you, Yardley, for me, Handsome, I came downstairs and I said to Handsome, I'm supposed to save lives. And I said, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but you need to take over our businesses. This is what I'm going to do. And I have to tell you, I never looked back. It was the best decision I ever made. And then I realized as I got to know other women and men, that they weren't living on purpose. They weren't living their truth. They were still in the could one day, should one day, but they weren't actually pursuing their dreams. And I felt very fortunate that I have this amazing man in my life that not just supports me emotionally, but physically and spiritually and everything else in any decision I've ever made. He's always been there to support me. And I said, boy, am I really lucky, because a lot of people have goals and dreams and they don't pursue it because they don't have the support. So I know I'm very blessed in that area. You know that, Handsome?
Absolutely. So
tell
let's ask our driver.
What are we going to ask our driver?
Monet.
Hello.
Okay.
We're talking about living on purpose and everything. Like, what's your purpose? Why are you on this earth?
My purpose is to first and foremost, to take care of my family.
Nice.
And also to look after my parents, to make sure that they're okay.
Nice.
And ultimately to strive for a career that I would like to do.
What would the career be, hon?
I'm looking to get into insurance. I have done insurance in the past. And my goal is to take a course in property and casualty, and I hope to be successful in that field.
Well, you hope to, or you will be?
Well, we don't know what our future would look like, but we can hope for it.
Okay, or we can choose to say we will and make it our reality.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's really, and it's so great to even understand that, is that even the choice of our words, and listening to me for some time, is that our words are very powerful. So what you put in motion, you carry in motion. So one of the things I said when I started these businesses is I didn't say I want to be successful. I was like, I will be successful. I am successful. I'm meant to be able to do this, and I just did it. It's seeing the future in advance, not waiting for something great to happen, but making it so it does happen and it becomes your reality now. I think a lot of people are still living in the one day I will, or when I get this, I will do that, or I can't do it because. And the because, it's actually, we have it in neuroassociative programming and neurolinguistic program. There's something called a because frame. When people put the word because after it, they make it their reality of what it is. But I can't do it because this is happening now, or because I want to be able to do this. And here's the thing, that nothing in life will ever show up exactly the way you want it. You have to make that your reality now and not when. And one of the things we did is, even when we made this, we made the decision. I want to say I made the decision, but Handsome supported me, so that's why I say we made the decision. Right, Handsome?
Yep.
Because you did. Because he totally supported me in everything I did. And when we made the decision to go ahead and start, working with people personally and changing their lives, as far as professionally and personally in all areas, it was one of those things that for some people that would be really scary. And for us, it was non-negotiable. It was just what we felt was a calling. And I've been helping people for so many years, and it was just something people didn't know I was doing. And when I made the decision to do it, it wasn't a question of will this work. It was like, how quickly will it work, and what else do we need to do to make it work, and who else can we support in that journey. So no matter what it is you want, I really want to encourage you to just live on purpose, to really start taking to heart what's important to you.
Well, the first step would be, in my opinion, is to find your purpose and
Yes.
really take a hard look at, why are you here? And after you figure that out, then to align yourself with your purpose. So this way you have that opportunity to get what you're looking for. And, like Lisa said, we've been blessed on a financial note to be able to be involved with an awesome direct sales company. Actually, the company's called Market America, where we've been able to change people's financial situation as a blessing, and at the same time, on a personal level, to be able to help them personally grow with the other endeavors that we do. So whatever your purpose is, align to it, and then from there, live it and enjoy it, and enjoy the journey along the way and the ride, right?
Well, yes, and then I found that my true purpose was helping people with Find to Fab, and helping people go from how I used to feel, frustrated, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, to fabulous, awesome, beautiful, both professionally and personally. And things can change. I want to also say that sometimes you get into a position where you think that's the only thing you'll ever do, and you think you're out, that's it. And the truth is that no one's stuck. No matter where you are right now, you can make that choice. You can change what you're doing. You can go after something new, like our wonderful driver has his aspirations
Absolutely.
to go do things, and I love it. I mean, one of the things I do is I look at not just my future, I do look at my mom's future as well. I just lost my dad in January, and I have that reality of my mom's getting older, and we need to make sure we can take care of her so she can, as she's taken care of me all her life. Find out what's important to you. Find out what it is you really want. Go out and get it. Go out and do it. Don't use any excuse. Avoid the excuses. They're not worth it. They're just like, it's like saying your dog ate your homework. Just go out and do what you say you want, and know you can have it all. I look forward to seeing your comments, what your purpose is. Share it with us, and love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.